There we go. That's a little better. What a day, guys. We're going to get down to 22 degrees tonight. Um, One thing that I'm actually very thankful about my shop being insulated is threw a hoodie on to come out here, and it's still probably solid 60, 65 degrees out here. So makes it a little better anyway. Michael Grant, you're up late, my man. I know you're all pumped up for season. Christopher, how we doing? PC, it's way past your bedtime, my man. Um, but hey, that set you made today, man. Like I said, few minor pointers to it, but you bedded that trap solid, buddy. That is awesome, and that's a huge, huge thing that a lot of people don't understand. Bill, how we doing? Derek Stone, Jordan, Myron, Michael Outdoors. Nah, it's 11:30 ish. Oh, cool, Michael. That's awesome, bud. That's awesome. Yeah, hunting stuff it is. Just come out shop. I was doing a little bit of work, and this close to season, I like to do a couple lives. Just kind of talk trapping. I don't get to do that a whole lot. Just outside of social media and stuff, this is the only time I really get to talk to people. Um, you know, actually talk to them live in a way. Flint Hills, how we doing? Don, what's up, man? How we doing, buddy? Pest hunters in here. I am getting pumped up, guys. I am a little nervous about how cold it's getting, how quick. We're going to warm back up to the upper 60s to even, I think, low 70s the end of this week. But we got a front coming through. Tomorrow's a high of 43. Tonight's low of 22. Tomorrow, 22. It's cold, and I got a roof tomorrow. That's really going to make things interesting. Derek Stone, mine starts November. Is it the 5th? I think it's the 5th. First check is the 6th, or maybe it starts the 6th. First check's the 7th. It's a Saturday, 3 weeks from yesterday. Pest Hunter, it's all good. Just I think they called it like a 6 or 7 out of 10 for a sprain. It was pretty rough, but a few days later I was good to go. It did hurt though. I was pretty nervous about it. PC starts December 1st. I gotcha. Chad, how we doing, bud? Colt, you're not late at all, bud. We're only 3 minutes into this. Yeah, hunting stuff. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It is the 5th. I thought it was the 5th, Don. Um, that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. Hey, thanks, Best Hunter. Oh, Flint Hills, I appreciate it. Yeah, my daughter turns 6 tomorrow. Um, we had a big birthday for her on Saturday, which I'm pretty sure I enjoyed the inflatable slides and stuff more than she did, probably. Um, I'm still like 10 years old at heart, I think. And then tonight, me and the family, we carved up pumpkins. I've got like a gallon and a half baggie of pumpkin seeds, which is amazing. I love pumpkin seeds. Uh, Kind of a random thing there, but November 1st, Christopher, that's awesome, buddy. What's your plans, man? PC, absolutely. Actually, you know what? If anyone can, share PC Outdoors' channel. This is a young man that's going out there. He's getting after it. He's learning, and we can all help him out. Uh, this young man is going out there and he's asking questions. He messaged me tonight. He said, "Hey, I've got a video up. I missed something. I had a trap flip over for a canine set. What happened?" And there's multiple things that could have happened with that PC. Like I said, in my area, more than likely it's a bedding issue or a raccoon. But once I watched your video and how you bedded that solid, I don't think it's a bedding issue at all, man. Chances are you just had something soft, fresh dirt and would have come up and dig. Sometimes you don't do anything wrong. It's just how it plays out. Oh, Michael Outdoors. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Michael Grant. That's awesome. Colt, we start the November 5th. So, all right, Chad. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, buddy. I really do. PC, I'm right at 6 foot. And now 252 pounds. So I'm not a small fella. Pest Center, what do you say? Oh. Oh, no problem, PC. It's good to see some kids out there trapping. That's what we need. Hunting and stuff. I've been hearing a lot of things about a rough winter. A lot of things. Hey, Eli. How we doing, bud? 100 coon, trying 25 coyotes this year. Last year, 70 coon, 18 coyotes. Trying. Hey, Christopher, I get it. That's an awesome goal, buddy. That's a great goal. And even, like I tell people, if you don't hit your goal this year, stick with it and push yourself until you get it. When I set a goal for 1,000 raccoons, my first year was like 252 or something like that. It was way off, but I kept pushing and pushing and learning, and we eventually got there. Wow, PC, that's a tall fella. Michael, you know what's crazy? When I met you, I really expected a lot bigger man. You're a short fella. I don't know why, but I saw your display picture and I'm like, man, you look like you're like 6'4", 240. I'm like, man, he's a big stocky fella. You're a stocky fella, just shorter than I thought. But then again, I'm a lot more round than people think I am too. So I like to say the camera adds 20 pounds. Rougher 3 than here. Wow, that's crazy, PC. Yeah, I'm nervous about it. I'm always working on a plan, working on a strategy. Uh, I'm gonna take the first week and hit coon really hard, probably the first week and a half. Um, then I might be going back to work for about 3 days in there, and then after that, I'm gonna hit coon. And if everything works out, I'm gonna go after. I actually got a good buddy of mine. He's about an hour away, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time to trap. But he's got so many farmers calling him for muskrat and beaver in ponds and creeks. So we might, if I still have open water close below before Thanksgiving, I'm going to be chasing them. That's the plan as of now, which things can change a lot. You're 100 pounds. I get it, PC. Oh, okay, hunting and stuff. I got you. Ah, Michael, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I'm like that little T-Rex. So, Chris, as far as I know, he's riding with me on opening day, but I haven't texted him here in the last couple weeks to confirm it. But that was the plan last I knew. Derek, so I work in a freezer food warehouse. So basically, I work. It's not -20 anymore. Now it's -10. So they warmed it up quite a bit on us. But spend 10 hours a day driving a forklift, 8 miles an hour in -10. That's why I don't like heat. Travis 9 mil. Oh, nope. You're good, buddy. Foot's fine now. Foot's 100% okay. I was pretty nervous that first day to 2 days, but it's all good. Everything's healed up fine. Just a nasty sprain. So, PC, I'm not going to hit coyotes crazy hard. Just in the road line. I'd love to pick up 10 or 12 is all. I'm just not a coyote guy for one. Um, it's not my strength by any means. I want to do better at it. If I do get on some private ground, I'll hit it a little bit harder for sure. I was wondering. I was like, huh, that's interesting. Yeah, right, Derek. Oh, you're good, Colt. No problem, buddy. I knew it was late. Thanks for stopping in anyway, buddy. You take care of yourself. PC, I can't even probably give a fair answer on that. The canines that I have caught in footholds was early season before we really started getting some nasty freezing weather. So I was just using the dirt that I I found at the scene. I've never really got into the peat moss or wax dirt or dry dirt. I've used dry dirt a little bit, and I think that was my preference, but I don't have enough experience in that to really weigh in. Yeah, Bill. The German short hair, she made it. Turns out she has Addison's disease, which is going to cost me $200 a month to keep her alive. So I'm glad she's alive for my kids' sake, but man, that's a tough pill to swallow. Hunting and stuff, you're good, buddy. You're good. Yeah, absolutely, Colt. Take care, bud. Chris, I still want to hit 100 beaver in the spring. That was my goal last year. I came up, right around halfway. And some people will look at that as, man, that was a terrible goal. You need to rethink that. No, I just need to learn and get more experience and adapt and hit it. Just like when I hit my coon goal, it took me 4 or 5 years to hit my 1,000 coon goal. So I'm still gonna shoot for 100. Maybe next year I get 70 or 75. Hey, that's a huge step in the right direction. A goal is not made to be easy. A goal, in my opinion, is not something you get overnight. So we'll get there. Oh, Flintlock, that's awesome, my man. That is awesome. Congratulations, buddy. Derek, do it, buddy. Do it. Um, that go out there, have fun, and share what you do. That's all you can do. That's how my channel started. How most people's channels started. Just go out there and have fun. Better get a golden skunk. Absolutely, PC. Go after and get them, buddy. Hunting stuff. This is actually my Saturday night, I guess you would call it. Good, Michael. Good. Chris, and that's something, you know, I don't like to toot my own horn very often, but I am very proud of myself for being a very positive person. Um, and I think that's kind of definitely what's helped me hit my goal. When you feel like you're down and out, when everything's against you, I always find a way to push forward. Um, and that's harder. Some days it's harder than others. Uh, and that's not just trapping, that's just life. When something happens, a vehicle breaks down or something happens, hey, we'll get over it. We'll overcome this. That's, I mean, if you guys watched my videos last year, I can't remember how many it was now. The mower took out like 20 traps of mine in a road ditch. It was like a mile and a half. They just took everything out. Okay, that one hurt, but let's move past it. We got to move past it and keep a positive mindset and keep pushing. Because if I don't, my season's over. It's just done right there. So you got to stay positive no matter what. Yeah, hunting and stuff. I get it. Oh, PC, that'd be cool. Yep, Eli. I know a lot of people make them in the concrete mixers, and they'll put like a propane torch underneath it to warm it. It seems pretty good. Oh, you should, Derek. You should, man. 100%. Anthony, how we doing, buddy? It's probably only like what 9:30 there or 8:30. Pest hunter, as many traps as there were, I'm sure it did something. Yeah, Derek. And that's it wasn't even meant to be a motto. It just kind of happened, and now it is kind of my slogan. You got to find your drive. How hard do you want to push, and how much are you willing to work for it? Because nothing in this world that's easy is worth it. If you want something, you've got to push yourself. Whether that's, for me, this year I want to break my goal of or my high of 1,082 coon, so at least 1,083. Or maybe it's that person that just wants to catch, like PC here. He said you want to catch 5 coyotes. Will that happen this year? I hope it does. But if it doesn't, next year, learn and push yourself harder. And I'm sure he'll get there. I know he'll get there. It just might take time. Oh, was it 13, Lawrence? I thought it was more than that. Hey, Scab. How we doing, bud? Oh, it's only 9 over there, Anthony. Yeah, PC Anthony jumps in here from time to time. He's pretty busy with his fishing stuff right now, though. But I am in north central Nebraska. I'm going to start trapping coyotes. Oh, Kyle. Boy, I really don't have enough experience to weigh in on this conversation especially with coyotes. Um, my opinion, I know the coyote market's kind of taken a big tank, a lot like the raccoon market. Um, but in Kansas, you should be in the semi-heavies to maybe even heavies, depends on where you're at in Kansas. I would go after them when you can, as soon as you can, when you can. Right now it might be a little early, but I'm not sure when your season opens. But Flint Hills Trapper, the first year I caught my 1082, I skinned them all myself. Um, since then, so the last 2 years, I've had a skinner. The year before my 1082, when I had the 714, I had a skinner that year as well. But when I caught the 1082, he'd actually broken his wrist or something like 2 weeks before season. So I skinned him, but I'm so glad I have him now because even if I hit 500 coon with the markets I got, the time it takes to skin a raccoon and part them all out, he's worth his weight in gold, 100%. Oh, Anthony, yeah, that's a lot of work. Oh, Derek, that's awesome. That is awesome. And that's a good point. You know, it's not just trapping, that's just life in general. Nice, Anthony. PC, that's hard to say. You know, in many parts of the country, I would almost say they're unsellable. Um, your western dogs out there, um, oh, kind of the western part of Nebraska, probably Kansas, all the way up towards like Montana area. They're going to be some money in them, but nothing like it was a few years ago. My eastern, maybe a few semi coyotes in my area, but mostly eastern, not a whole lot of value at all. November 1st, Kyle. Yeah, I would probably be going after him right away. Uh, it's kind of like the coon market now. You know, if I caught a coyote in August versus middle of December, the difference in them is probably going to be $3. You know, season's not open in August, but there's just not that money in there. You know, if fur was worth something, then going from the first opening week to the third week, maybe that's a $5 or $6 difference. Now it's only 50-cent difference at best. I'd go after the numbers while you can, and that's going to be early. Colt, you're allowed for 15 more minutes. Well, don't stay up too late, buddy. You definitely got school tomorrow. PC, personally, if you catch yourself a coyote, I'd put it on your wall first, my man. Hey, PA, how we doing? All right, Michael, no problem, buddy. You take care of yourself, man. Season's gonna be here before we know it, buddy. We are under 3 weeks. That's insane. What all do you got, Anthony? Yeah, Scab, it's tough. It's tough. And stuff, yeah, probably. Johnny Ringo, 16 coon and 3 coyotes. That's an awesome day, buddy. That is an awesome day. Congratulations, man. I'm glad you stopped in and say hi, buddy. Nutria and muskrat. I gotcha. Flint Hills, you're not wrong, and that's one of the reasons why I really want to start making the Iowa Trapper garment line here before too long. A lot of work ahead of me to do it, but at the same time, I'm also doing the trapper education stuff that I'm planning this year too. So, got a lot on my plate for this coming spring and summer. Hey, Joshua White. I've never never caught an albino raccoon. I have caught a white phase, which was kind of crazy. Um, Everywhere that was black on his face was white. He had an all white belly, and the rings on his tail were white. It was a really unique raccoon. I've never seen one like that. Lawrence, we start November 5th, so we are 20 days away from season right now. Oh, nice, Anthony. Oh, nice, Colt. There you go. Scab, as you get closer to trapping season, people start watching stuff. Um, and that's, not going into the whole analytics of YouTube and stuff, but um, I would not be posting a whole lot of trapping videos from the previous season or really anything, or even any scouting you did much before August, because you get that May, June, July. Nobody's really thinking of trapping now that season's getting here, fall's here. People are starting to get interested again. You'll definitely notice a huge uptick in views. Uh, my views. Granted, I'll be putting out videos every day in November, but November will make up 80% of my views for the whole year. Just because it's that time and everybody's thinking about it. It's yeah. During the summer, no one really cares. That's probably when Anthony's channel blows up because everyone's fishing and doing stuff like that. Oh, cool, PC. Lawrence, it comes in Saturday. Yeah, we start pre-staking on Saturday, so Dan starts on the 1st, setting on the 2nd. Bill, yeah, actually, matter of fact, if you look down here, I've got stuff thawing out for tomorrow, including 11 beaver. That's gonna stuff that I gotta work on tomorrow after I'm done roofing. So, a lot of that's probably gonna be getting tanned. I got a lot of work to do. Scab, I would just probably put that as your channel's growing, which is a good sign. A good sign. Oh, cool, PC. I'll check that out here in a little bit. Colt likes Fox. Anthony, that's all I do is Android. Yeah, Wayne, and that's one of the things like how I post videos, it's more of a journal. I try to get everything downloaded that night. Sometimes it's midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning before the videos go on. Uh, but I want people to be able to relate to it. I don't want to. You look at TV shows, and like there's a lot of stuff on there right now from deer hunting and trapping on the outdoor channels, and that's all from last fall. I want my viewers to step outside, especially if they're in the Midwest or something. Step outside in the morning before work and be like, man, it's cold and snowy. I wonder how Iowa Trappers Day is going to go, because this is going to be a rough day. And then that night, you're going to be able to see how it went. And that's kind of how I've made my channel. Good, bad, and ugly. It's just kind of how I like it. And it's raw. It's other than showing my exact location, I don't cut out much at all. Oh, nice, Anthony. All right, Hannah, stuff. You take care, buddy. Hope you don't feel too rough tomorrow. Oh, awesome, PC. Awesome. That's great, buddy. Like I said, bud, you keep doing it. You keep getting out there, you keep trapping, and you're going to learn so much. Just don't ever stop and learn what works for you. Stick with that. Don't change what's working for you for anybody. Colt's down to 5 minutes. Thanks, Wade. And that's just how I kind of like it. I don't know. I'm about as average Joe as you can be. I've got a full-time job. My wife has a full-time job. My kids go to a a community school district. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to make ends meet. I just love to trap, and I'm gonna film it, and turns out people actually like it. So, PA, it starts Saturday. That's awesome. Anthony, I went to the GoPro, and that's definitely a better investment than what I actually used. A camera that was 3 times the money before that, and this GoPro is far better. Dan, for beaver, do you think they really prime up down there, or do you think it's across the board for Hatter Market? It wouldn't matter. PC, and that's the thing. You're gonna have when you're doing what you're doing by posting videos and kind of asking for help. That's awesome, and I'm glad you're doing it. But you're gonna have, as your channel grows, you're gonna have 100 different answers of what's wrong or why it didn't work. And that could be almost more confusing than sitting back yourself and thinking, what am I doing wrong? Hopefully you can get some really good coyote guys to tune in on this and really help you. I'm not a huge coyote guy. Like I said, I gave you the little advice of bedding trap solid and stuff, making sure that trap can't reach up and wrap around that tree. But other than that, just keep doing you and figure out what works for you. Oh, PC, that makes sense. Oh, Mad Shepherd, I really appreciate that. So actually, I'll bring that up a little bit. As of right now, I have 5 key locations that I'm planning on having trapper education classes in Iowa next year. And these classes are based on local sponsors, city populations. I've still got to get exact areas, um, get my name in the book to reserve the location. But I'm planning on traveling Iowa to hit at least 5 locations next year, and hopefully finding local trappers in the area to help me, as well as a couple guys that are going to travel from my area with me. Um, and honestly, if this goes well and the way I'm hoping it does, next year we might touch into Minnesota. We might get into Nebraska, Missouri, Illinois, um, because we've got to start spreading this. We've got to start educating people. I know you guys seen me chase this rabbit down this hole several times, but I cannot stress to you the importance of trapper education and getting people to understand why we're doing this. Oh, okay, Dan, I got that. Exactly, Flint Hills. Everyone's gonna tell you something different. Yeah, PC, that's a good bet. Talk to your local trappers. They're in Oklahoma. They'll be able to help you out. Oh, cool, PC. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, Derek Stone's 100% right. Location is huge. Location is huge. Hey, Lee, how we doing? Oh, he's gone. Where'd he go? But anyway, guys, I mean, I cannot stress to you the importance of trapper education. Shoot a 65 tomorrow. Mad Shepherd, email me, Iowa Trapper, the number 2, at gmail.com. I'd love to find a way to help you in your state get something off the ground and going. Just let me know how I can help, buddy. All right, PA, you take care, bud. Oh, absolutely, Bill. Absolutely. And actually, to be honest with you, my really push for educating people really started with Bill. He really kind of sparked that in me of the importance of it. And after he kind of pointed me in that direction, and now I am just running with it. That's probably going to be my main focus here the next few years going forward is trying to keep our tradition alive and doing everything I can. Yeah, Dan, absolutely. Dale Billingsley has some awesome videos out there, and the guy's been there. He's trapped for years. He's trapped different states. I mean, he made a living off of trapping, so he's got some really good stuff out there. Anthony, you're not missing much, buddy. We just talk trapping, and then generally I go off topic and start chasing something down a rabbit hole. So, all right, PA, you take care, bud. Yeah, absolutely, Anthony. Absolutely. Colt, I don't know Ruger Farms. I know he's here in Iowa, but that's about it. Oh, cool, PC. Yeah, it'll be a good season for you, buddy. Yeah, Scab posted my email. If any of you guys have any questions or anything I can help you with, anything trapping, promoting, especially, please message me. I'd be willing to do anything I can. Pest hunter, I go through those air rifles like water. Um, I actually just bought an. Actually, yeah, right here. I just bought a new one, and for anyone that's asking, it's the Airhawk Elite 2. That probably shows up backwards for you guys. It's a Ruger. Cost of these suckers went up. They're about 140 bucks a piece now. Um, but I generally will ruin one a year. Um, probably for the fact that I don't take care of them, but probably also that they're not made for what I'm using them for. Hey, Neil the cable guy, how we doing? Mad Shepherd, like I said, anything I can do, just reach out to me. I'd be if I can't do anything, hopefully I can point you in the right direction to people that can. Oh, Travis, they are everywhere. They are everywhere. My trails are really popping. Thanks, Dan. Dan shared Dale Billingsley's channel. Very knowledgeable educational channel. Bill, your feed keeps cutting out. Is anybody else having a problem with the connection? Travis, you like the Gammo 22? The Gamos probably have a little higher velocity than mine. I'm only shooting 1,200 feet per second. Um, and if you're shooting a 22 pellet, they're a little heavier. You probably want to still be around that 1,000 feet per second. That's my guess. But if it works for you, I don't know what that shoots. But oh, Colt, really? That's your dad? Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow, when shoot, is he sleeping? I feel bad. Oh, we're getting by, Neil. We're getting by. Yeah, that's too bad, Anthony. Oh, it just must be your phone then, Bill. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, Anthony, that's terrible. I mean, my right shoulder's been giving me crap today. I was working on my our washing machine or our dishwasher, I should say. Blew the hose off, and I was down there messing with it. And right shoulder's a little sore now, but um, anyway, our trails here in Iowa, it's insane. Um, I literally am raccoon capital of the world. That's why I'm able to do what I do because there are so many trails, so many areas. The one I think is in my scouting video. It was 24 locations and 2.4 miles. So basically, every tenth of a mile or every 150 yards, roughly, I was setting a location, and that's generally 2 to 3 traps. Um, and that's insane. That's insane. So you're talking, 50 to 75 traps in 2.5 miles. That's one of my best roads that I found here about 4 years ago. It's just amazing. Craig, with this one that I'm using, the 177, I can be probably 20 feet. But I've realized with this using an air gun that's not a firearm to where it really pops when it goes off, but it just has the little when you fire it. It's not. I think a lot of people struggle with these because it's actually the sound of a gunshot going off that scares the skunk into spraying. With these air rifles, they're so quiet. I am literally most of the time. I'm trying to use my shot for judgment. I am probably within about 15 feet when I dispatch my skunks. Um, Generally, if as long as I can get the angle that I want, it's just like a deer, especially if they got their foot in that dog-proof trap. If they got their foot in it and they're pulling away, it exposes behind this front shoulder just like you would a deer. You wait for them to take that step forward, get that shoulder blade out of the way, and they don't spray. It's not about you. It's not about actually being shot. I think it's that sound that scares them into spraying. No, Cole, I had no idea. All right, Joshua, you take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, wow, Travis, that's crazy. Anthony, I would not use a 22 Henry for trapping. At least my stuff, it's all beat to crap. Oh, cool, Scap. Thanks for sharing that for him. Ooh, yeah, Flint Hills, that's pricey. Oh, we're moving the camera too much. PC, use your 22. Depends on what your 177 is. How fast is it? Because you have to have it at least 1,200 feet per second, in my opinion. Craig, that's my opinion on them. And we shot. I shouldn't say I shot, but I caught like 60 to 65 skunks last year. And I would say I probably shot 50 to 55 of them. And I think I had two spray to amount that's it sucked. You know what I mean? Once in a while, I'll get one. Okay, so just say I shot 50. You might get 10 of them that do a quick little like star spray, but just so minimal. But I think I had two that really sprayed, which I think I didn't get the best shot placement. Might have hit the shoulder blade before they expired, but it was pretty rough. Oh yeah, scab for sure. Pest hunter, what leaks a little bit? Oh yeah, Derek. I granted, I'm not a huge coyote guy, but with this gun, I've probably dispatched 20, maybe 25 coyotes, and none of them have ever taken a second shot. In my opinion, coyotes, bobcats, those types of animals are easier to dispatch with this firearm. Not even a firearm, sorry, it's an air rifle. Because that raccoon skull is so small and compact and built versus a coyote has more, it's open, it's bigger. Yeah, it might be a little thicker, but it really probably isn't a whole lot. But the only thing I don't recommend this air rifle for is beaver. Beavers just have a really thick, heavy skull. That's the only thing that I've really struggled with, and I've only had to use it twice, and both times, let's just say, did not work out well. Absolutely, PC. If it works, use it. PC, just remove them from the channel. Hide the channel from them. I've had to do that to a lot of my. I've had a few creep people, but I've had a lot of haters, and let's just say that hater count is growing more and more, and it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. There's so much drama in the trapping community. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. We should all support each other. There's so many bigger battles to worry about than fighting ourselves. Of, oh, this technique works better, and this doesn't work, and this person did such and such, and it's ridiculous. We got to start sticking together. That being said, too, with the coyote with this air rifle, um, the coyotes I do catch this year, that I do catch them. I will be. I am bringing my 22 pistol with me because everything I get a chance to dispatch without damaging the skull, I'm going to, just for my skull markets. As the coyote prices have dropped drastically, I've got a pretty good market for the skull, so I'll be capitalizing on that. Yeah, Wayne, you're 100% right. That's not just trappers. That's just hunters. Um, you look at, like, even picture. Okay, for those of you that saw it, um, my boy shot his first real buck here, youth season, late September. So that's probably been about a month now. Um, it's not a huge buck for his first buck though. It's a basket 8 point that'll go maybe 100. Great deer for his first year. But so many people, you should have let that deer go another year, or you know, why would you let? You should have taken a doe instead of killing that buck. It's my boy's first buck. Like, maybe when he's killed 10 of these and he wants to sit and wait for bigger deer, sure, but it's his first buck. Like, you can't bash on somebody for the size or letting it wait or letting it mature. It's their first buck. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but that's just how I am. It frustrates me a lot. Yeah, I get it, PC. I get it. Oh, nice, Derek. Yep. Pest Hunter, it's coming. Our time is coming. I promise you that. Yeah, Scab, they have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Dan, I thought about it, but I kind of worry about that hurting my market. Yeah, exactly, PC. Exactly, Wayne, and that's the thing, and like, even for me, I've killed one big deer in my life. That was 171 inches. But when we deer hunted as a group, we were meat hunters. That's what we did. We hunted government ground mostly, and we went for meat. You know, if we're okay if somebody let a small buck go by, if that was their choice. Um, but if somebody let does go by, we were upset because we hunted for meat. And that's how we are. We're not trophy hunting. And for the people trophy hunting, that's awesome. That's good for you. And you do whatever you want, but this is how we do it. And I've never understood that concept. And same thing with trapping. I get it all the time. You're trapping these worthless coons. That's pointless. That's ridiculous. And all you know how to do is dog proof trap, and that's not even real trapping. You know what? I'm not even gonna use the words I want to say, but it's just frustrating. People attack each other over anything, and You know what? Just get out there and have fun. Share what you can and help others. That's all we can do, guys. Flint Hills, you're 100% right. 100% right. Hey, Brad's in here. How we doing, buddy? All right, Colt. You take care, bud. Travis, you take care, my man. I'm still gonna call you Dredger. It's just my habit. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Anthony. Outdoor Mike's in here. How we doing? Brad, have you wrapped up the fishing yet? Started focusing on trapping? No kidding, PC. And I get it. The world's changed, man. You know, technology and computers and electronics. It's hard to overcome. My boy's huge into it, and I'll play with him a little bit. It's not really my thing, but since he's shot that buck youth season, he's started to get that fire underneath him a little bit. So I'm excited to see where he goes with this now. <sighs> 20 days. That's insane. That is insane. I still got a lot of pogos to make for my 220s as well. Still got a lot of skunks and beaver to finish too. Oh yeah, Anthony. Yeah, it's nothing like the real thing. Nothing like the real thing. Flint Hills, you still got another month? Scab. I just had a. Oh, it wasn't even a severe sprain, but what do they call it? A 6 or 7 out of 10 sprain. 2 days later, I was walking on it pretty good, and within a week, it's perfectly fine. Really, Anthony? Oh, nice, PC. Nice. Neil, no, we really don't. I pay for it, so I should watch it, but I haven't. Daughter and a boyfriend are in a place where I think my time would be better served running raccoon and beaver lions with them. Ah, Brad, that's a that's tough, buddy. That's tough. I don't I don't idle you. Um, I don't want my daughter to turn that age. Oh, cool, Dan. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in, Derek. You take care, buddy. Have a good night. Good luck this season, buddy. Exactly, Mike. We got to keep it going. A few more days on the water, hitting the Mississippi. I heard the walleye bite's doing awesome right now, Brad. A lot of people are telling me that right now. Well, not telling me. I'm seeing it on Facebook, I should say. But it sounds like it's a pretty awesome walleye bite. I was planning on hitting more water this year, but there's just not much there. Still be, yeah, absolutely, Brad. And that's the thing, like regardless of price, once you're a trapper, especially of a species, you can't walk away from it entirely. You know, coyote market's not very good here in Iowa, especially my part. Um, but people are still going to go after them and catch a few for sure. Yeah, Anthony, I seen that too. Wow, PC, that's a good crappie. That's a good crappie. Yeah, just the other day I finally heard that full story on that lead thing. Apparently those guys have been doing it for years. I only know that because I started seeing all those memes with weights and stuff, and I was like, what are these guys going? And then people were like, really, you don't know? And I'm like, no, I really don't. You will, PC. Don't worry about it. Yeah, pest owner sounded like they were going to be in some pretty serious trouble, but Dan, you want to catch a couple cats? You and me both. I actually posted a picture on Facebook on the Iowa Trapper page tonight. I've got a really, really pretty cat found. It's on private property. He's got a couple pictures of it. But he's a big deer hunter, so I gotta wait till he's done with that. Wow, PC, that's huge. Flint Hills, yeah. Really, felonies? That's crazy. You caught it when you're 8, PC? Well, that wasn't too many years ago. Wow, that's crazy, Scam and Anthony. Outdoor Mike uses the Gamma Whispers one. I'm assuming 177 or 117. Oh wow, that's insane. That's insane. Hmm. All right, PC, you take care, buddy. Good luck tomorrow checking those traps. Like I said, if a trap gets flipped out like that, work on bedding, which you obviously did. It looked really good, but don't get discouraged. Sometimes it just happens, my man. Um, there's sometimes nothing you did wrong. Just it just doesn't always work. Man, that's crazy. I'm really surprised that type of stuff doesn't happen more often, or are they just not getting caught? You would think there'd be all kinds of cheating like that, unless they screen for it or something. I was cleaning up the shop today, and I found another um, another container of pellets. So we are up to shoot. What do we have? 5 of them. We got enough shit to cover this year pretty easily. Yeah, Dan, exactly. It's just I think, excuse me, they see that fresh dirt and they're just ready to run. Um, and it's just how it goes. Fish on Trapper Pete, I actually don't heat this thing at all. Um, that's something it's actually worked out really well. So if you can see my walk-in freezer over here behind the mess, when I'm running that, the exhaust of it that kicks out, kind of like an air conditioner would, it kicks out the heat. It heats this place. When we get temperatures that are, you know, it dips down to single digits or even 0. My shop stays right around that 40 to 45 to 50 degrees. Like right now, it's getting down to 22 tonight, and I'm in a t-shirt, and I'm perfectly fine, which doesn't really say much because I'd be fine at 50, 55 degrees. But I'd say it probably is 60 degrees in here right now, and it'll stay that way, just because it was so warm today. But fully insulated shop, 6 inches walls. Um, it works out well. Just the exhaust from that thing just heats everything well. Man, that's crazy, Brad. Really, Wayne? That's crazy. That is crazy. John, so to actually get the animal tanned right now, you're probably, if I had to guess, looking probably around that $25 average across all the fur bearing animals that we have here in Iowa. Um, but what a tannery really makes their money on, in my opinion, is the cost of skinning and or fleshing. Um, like fleshing is anywhere between, I think, $15 and $25 for average fur bearing animals. And that's kind of how they make money. If you send them finished fur, it's a lot cheaper for sure. Outdoor Mike, I've heard a lot of good things about the Cricket. I've never owned one though. If I do go with the 22, it's going to be a chest dispatch, just so I can keep the skull. My skull market actually starting to develop even a little better than I thought, hopefully. So um, that's the hope anyway. The hell's wrong with this hat? Well, I had this thing like 6 or 7 years. You can hardly even scrape the grease off it and leave a mark anymore. I mean, it barely even shows up. So it's a good hat. I've only had like 5 hats in my life, so I wear one for 8 years and then we move on. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. The more fur you send in, the cheaper it is. Brad, actually, that's funny because I've messaged several farmers here last week or so asking them, hey, since you guys are in the fields now, what are you seeing for beaver? Do you have any issues? Uh, Beaver does seem to be the ticket this year, about the only thing worth money. So I'm all for it. Hopefully, I'm getting some stuff lined up. Anthony, no, I never will. Oh yeah, oh yeah, outdoor market, 100%. 177, mine's 1,200 feet per second, and I've never had an issue. So 1,300 for sure, for sure. When I retire, what are you talking about, Brad? I'll never retire. Yeah, that I like the air rifle and I talk about it a lot, but it's not for everybody. Some people might just not like it or have a bad experience, and that's fine. But it's what works really well for me. Nice, Gab. Nice. I would never do that to this hat. I've got a shrine of all my hats, and I'll never get rid of them. My wife will, but I won't. Even like tonight, I tucked the wife in because she went to bed a little earlier, and I gave her a kiss goodnight, and she's like, oh, "Get that hat away from me," and I'm like, "You are so dramatic." John, I have not. Just for the risk that I don't want to risk it jamming up in the gun. I mean, I get these. These are on Amazon, $7 for 400. So I really can't go wrong with them. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's not worth the risk to me. Oh, nice, Dan. Nice. Yeah, I got what you're saying, Brad. I can't. It's too good of a hat. Craig, you take care, buddy. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good year. I've got more trails scouted than ever before, and I've got more to do these next couple days. Um, I've got a roof to do as well, but problem is with it being 22 for a low, 43 for a high, those shingles aren't going to seal down real well. They will later in the week, but it makes me pretty nervous to shingle tomorrow. Oh man, Wayne, that's crazy. I was wondering about that, Mike. I haven't tried that yet. I boy, I'd be nervous, I guess, but I can't say it wouldn't work. It works on skunks, but skunks, well, they're actually probably about as wide as a coyote, so maybe it would. Oh man, Wayne, that's terrible. Anthony, we're gonna be hitting coon really hard, really quick. I think we're gonna have an early winter. That tends to be what everything's pointing towards. Um, so we're gonna do what we can to hit it hard early. I've got a good work line set up too. Um, I've got some big plans. I hope it all works out, but plans always change for a season for me. It's never gone according to plan ever. That's just because of weather and timing. Chances are I'll get sick at some point. There's just so many variables in this. Oh yeah, Mike, for sure. Huh? Yeah, I'm not sure. So Brad, we've already got them up there. They're Owen Corning shingles. They're already on the roof, so they'll be nice and cold tomorrow morning. Um, I was kind of nervous because we're gonna get pretty windy tomorrow too, but I think they're gonna be so stiff that I don't think they'd really have a chance to rip off. Um, Throwing together basically two roof jobs in the last 2 weeks right before season is not ideal when I should be working on the shop, scouting, finishing up stuff here. But at the same time, I can't pass up that money right before season, right before I'm about ready to take 3 weeks off of work. So just makes it miserable. I get that. Oh, really, John? That's awesome. Man, this is getting kind of scruffy. We're gonna have to do something with this soon. I told the wife I'll trim it up when she quits complaining about it, and she didn't complain about it tonight. So we might have to trim it up a little bit. Nah, maybe I'll wait till after season's over. That would probably be the smart thing to do. Really, Mike? You get one buck tag a year. That's crazy. We're only allowed. I mean, the average public here in Iowa gets two any sex tags, as they're called. Um, one with a firearm, but one has to be with a bow. Oh yeah, Oscar for sure. Hey, welcome to the party, by the way. It's not that gray, Anthony, not yet. Although the wife and kids are making it grayer. Actually, Dan, I got some beard oil. I got some beard oil. Flint Hills, I quit shaving. My wife's seen me clean shaved one time in my life, and I quit doing it because I had another chin that wasn't there before. So we quit doing that. Oh, Scab, you dirty. Oh, that was dirty. That was dirty. But yeah, you get out of here. You take care of yourself, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. See, Brad, I've tried that. Before I started a YouTube channel, I tried that. It really didn't work out well for me. Um, and after the charges and everything, I lost a lot of money. The gray comes in time. Dan, actually, so a lot of times in my past, I've shaved this and left everything else, and people thought I was Amish. It was kind of funny. 15 days in Arizona. I don't know if I'd call them skills or not there, John, but I don't know why I'm making short pogos. I need to start making my long pogos for my 220s. I still need about 100 of them. Yeah, Mike, I'm actually pretty ready. We're at 513 locations right now, mapped out, scouted, with a plan in mind. That plan always changes, so nothing set in stone yet, but 513 locations is awesome. The most I have on record was last year at 393 locations. So we've added over 25% so far, with probably another 50 to 60 locations to go. I'm really pumped about what's to come. The only problem is going to be actually making it to all these locations. Generally by the first 250, I'm exhausted. I'm beat. I'm worn out. My reserved athleticism that I carry in the midsection is catching up to me. So we'll get there. We'll get it figured out. But one day less than a month. Oh man, you got a little while then yet, Anthony. Flintlock. So my 220 pogos are 5 foot long. Everything I set on in these road ditches is always at some kind of an angle. So if I have an angle such as so, I'll take that 5 foot pogo, and if the trail is here, I'm anchoring it over here. When that animal comes up the trail and makes a catch, it jumps and it'll flop down. Gravity will take over and it'll be below where it's anchored to, and it'll keep that trail flowing. There's not going to be a dead animal laying in that trail. My catch has drastically gone up once I got that dispatched animal out of the way. Now I can catch from 3 to 6 animals on that trail versus before it was 1 or 2 at best. Huge increase just because of that animal laying there. Even once you remove it, just, there's generally crap all over the trail. They've urinated. There's that big flat spot. I think they smell that. And when they come up and they smell that, now all of a sudden it triggers their senses. As I've said in a couple of my videos before, you're walking down the sidewalk, minding your own business, just walking, just like these coons are up the trail, and all of a sudden that smell hits you. It's just like a car honking that's going by you. You're alert, your senses pick up, and now all of a sudden he can find that 220 conibear shape. So by getting that expired animal off the trail, I found my catch has drastically gone up. Oh no, Anthony, nowhere near that. Brad, actually, yes. I will be down in Bloomfield, Iowa. I work Friday. I'm gonna get there late Friday. My guess is I won't get there till 6 o'clock. I'll miss the actual convention stuff, but I'm just gonna be grateful enough to be around the kind of campfire powwow. Slim Peterson is gonna be there, which is awesome. There's so much knowledge floats around a campfire after a couple drinks, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to going to is learning from that. It's going to be an awesome time. I wish I was there all weekend, but Saturday's pre-staking, and there's just a lot going on. Oh, John, yeah. I actually learned to roof and learned all my carpentry skills, a lot of them, I should say, from my uncle back in high school. That's actually like the shop that you see here. This is a 28 by 50. I had a couple buddies help me put the walls up, but other than that, I built this place by myself. I put the rafters up by myself. I sided it, insulated. I hired out the concrete, and I hired out the garage door. And then my uncle helped me with the electrical. But other than that, I learned so much from my uncle from carpentry back in high school, just helping him. That's what he did for a living, and I helped him all summer long for probably 5 years. We're not crazy close, but I should definitely reach out now and make sure to tell him thank you, because it's definitely saved me a lot of money on our property for sure. Anthony. Oh, cool, Brad. That's awesome. Um, I've been. Oh, really, Brad? Okay, I did not know that. Yeah, you definitely know then. I've done a lot of roofing over the years. Nothing like you, probably by any means, but just on the side, kind of a side hustle. Anymore, I'm down to it better be one story and no steeper than probably a 712. Um, I'm just I'm to that point now where my body's aging. I'm not getting any smaller, and I'm not gonna do that high steep stuff. I just can't do it anymore. Outdoor Mike, try exiting out and hopping back in, see what happens. Anthony, so we actually Gus has found a better home. Um, Gus was just a little too much for us. Um, so we gave her to somebody who has the time to take care of her like she should be. Um, she was awesome, and I loved having her, but just just a little too much work for us. We're always busy, always on the road. Just didn't have time to take care of her like we should have, so we gave her to somebody who could. Sounds good, Pest Hunter. Christopher, so um, Bruce Rhodes from Backwater Baits. He's kind of the host of this trapping convention in the woods. It's down in Bloomfield, Iowa. There's several vendors showing up, um, several demos from some really, really good guys. Just kind of it's a little smaller convention than, say, our Iowa convention, but it's filled with really good stuff, really good knowledge, some really good people, and it's kind of the last thing before season gets here. So that's pretty awesome. Brad, you're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. Unfortunately, I'll be taking on a lot more roofs this year as my job has slowed down drastically with no signs to improve. I'm going to be taking on a lot of roofs next summer, I think. Oh, Flint Hills, no. That's one thing I've never done. I've never done steel. Um, everything I do is asphalt. Camp Crystal Lake. And Wayne, that was one of the benefits of my job. As of last year, and for the last like 15 years that I've been there, um, I've had the opportunity so I work 410s right now. But I've always had that opportunity to come in on the fifth, sixth, and seventh day, no problem, no questions asked. They've always needed the work, always needed it. And if I needed extra money coming up, hey, I'm going to work every day this week, have more funds, which is great. But all of a sudden I thought that'd be forever, and all of a sudden they stopped it. So definitely kind of took an impact on our lifestyle, having that extra income. Um, but we'll get through it. Oh boy, Oscar, I don't know on that one. I could build a greenhouse here, just for my own personal fruits and vegetables, and I think be fine. If I was selling it outside of that, I think I'd still be fine, but I don't know exactly. Slasher. Yeah, Christopher. That's too bad. It would be a good time. Um, they've done this. I think this is the third year. It's definitely grown. getting bigger and bigger. It's a kind of a Bible camp in the middle of the timber. It's got cabins and everything. It's an awesome place. So uh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go down there, like I said, Friday night. I'll miss most of the stuff, but kind of catch the trapper talk powwows, which, in my opinion, that's where people learn stuff. Is that sitting around a campfire, maybe having a drink, and picking people's brains. Camp Crystal Lake. Okay. Oh, I got you, Wayne. I got you. Ah, for the military, yeah. I That's insane. Anthony, I actually have not. I don't do scary movies. Hunting and stuff. What's the problem? Why are you back? Hey, Brad, you need to show up for it, man. That's where it's at. The amount of knowledge I've learned, sitting at a campfire with other trappers that have way more knowledge and experience than me on a Friday night is huge. Very, very big. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. You show up Saturday night, man. I'll get there late. You can get there late. It'll be fine. Oscar, your government's not much different than ours then. Seems like our government anymore, you're better off to quit your job and live off of them than to just actually work for a living. Sorry, I'm not going to make this political, guys. My bad. But just frustrating. You have military duty and start of our traffic season. Oh yeah, Mike, that would make things interesting. My best friend is active Air Force up in Alaska, so I kind of hear how that military stuff works a little bit anyway, but pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Slim being there this year too. I didn't get a chance to be there last year. Um, let's just say there's some reasons that I was not able to be there. But I'm looking forward to being there this year. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to more than anything outdoor, Mike. So, for me, anticipation for any event, trapping, whatever it is huge. The anticipation going into it is what makes it for me. When I get done setting traps Saturday in 20 days from now, and this might sound silly to some, I'm going to sit on the tailgate of my truck facing the sunset and watch the sun go down, having a nice beverage of my choice with a nice cigar of my choice. And it's my last moment of relaxation, anticipation, and then all hell's going to break loose tomorrow morning. But for that 30 minutes, I'm kind of just at peace, if that makes sense. It sounds silly, I know, but it's so relaxing, and the anticipation is at its absolute peak of what's to come. It's amazing. Upset. Well, I'm making a few pogos, not really getting too crazy, more or less just chatting. You're good, Anthony. No problem, bud. Flint Hills. I'm hoping to start making a fur line here before too long. Fur mittens, hats. Hopefully get into vests and whatever else I can come up with. It's gonna be down the road a little bit yet, but I'm working on stuff, kind of trying to get fur going back in America again. Um, we rely overseas for pretty much everything anymore, but if we could start relying on our own fur market. That'd be huge for all of us. Yeah, Mike, exactly. The anticipation's everything. Oh yeah, Christopher, we're gonna get down to 22 tonight, which makes me really nervous um, going into season. Dawn, I'm not really picky. Um, Generally, I'll get like a cheap Swisher Sweet or something from Casey's. Uh, just something that I do maybe 2 or 3 times a year and have a good time. Brad, that coon is such a touchy market. The raccoon market is probably just as much as touchy as Grown Old himself. He's a businessman, and he does this every year. If you watch, and it's nothing bad against him because it's business, but he'll start talking about being optimistic about fur prices and how things will slightly increase and get people going after him again, and then nothing really changes. Um, just because he's still got to make that money, regardless of the price. If he said, hey, a finished raccoon is going to average $3, no one's going to really do it. But if he says, hey, last year's average $3, but this year's going to be better, now you're going to go out there and get that coon, you're going to finish it, and he goes, oh, by the way, things happened, it's $3. Well, now you're mad, but you have nowhere else to go with it. So you still sell it for $3. Um, it's just one of those things. I've talked to several buyers here in the last couple weeks, and it sounds like our coon here, at least the southern half of the state, for sure is going to be about the same. The northern guys might see a slight uptick, and it might not even be an uptick in price, but an uptick in clearances. They might be able to move more, but I would not look into it too much, bud. Um, I know Grown Old's hurting for beaver. They want beaver because they can move it like crazy right now. Um, that is something that is going to be solid. Uh, all of the buyers want beaver, all of them. But it's just, I'm not going to talk bad about Grown Old, but let's just say he is the businessman, and he'll do whatever it takes to make money. Um, and that's, I've offered him my business before, and he wouldn't even give me the time of day to get off his phone to look at me. And because of that, he will not get my business. The fur buyer who I have sold to, not every year, but regularly since then, he's a fur buyer that will message me, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, that type of thing. A good person. And that's what I look for. I can't sit here and say his prices are always, every time, the best, better than everybody, because there's times where it's like, I could have made an extra 50 cents a piece going here, but keeping that relationship going with someone that I trust is worth that 50 cents, in my opinion. Oh, really, Patrick? That's crazy. Mike, there you go. Yeah, Don, it's getting cold. It's getting cold. You should, Flint Hills, you should. Oh, John. Probably not something I'm going to major in. Patrick, I've seen fur bikinis at trapping conventions. That's something Sleepy Creek had there for a while. Really? That's crazy, Oscar. That's crazy. Yeah, Brad, and that's the thing. I mean, I like being able to call up one of my buyers, like my main buyer, like I talked about, and say, "Hey, actually, so here's how I learned to trust him." Um, so I actually there's a lot of coyote competitions fairly close to me. Um, they call them, hunt them, whatever. And I started picking up coyotes from these competitions because they're just going to throw them away. So I'm like, I'll take them. I had probably 75 coyotes, and my fur buyer called me up and he said, "Hey, the coyote market's about ready to tank. Move whatever you have finished now." And this was like February, maybe March. I can't remember. But I was like, man, I've only got like 10 of them finished. I'll finish them out and then I'll just see what happens. And a month later is when everything went to crap. Everything went to crap. And that's when I realized that this is someone I can really work with. That they weren't saying that to try to screw me. They saw an uprise and trying to buy it cheap. He was actually looking out for my interest. And that right there kind of sold me. So I trust him more than anything. Hey, Northern Trapper. Yeah, I do. I do. uh, I think so. Yeah, Outdoor Mike. There's some awesome people in the trapping world. Um, the trapping conventions are one of the few places that I can, I can let my kids run around and not have to worry about somebody taking them. It sounds sad, but it's the truth. I can't even let my kids run around the park without me keeping eyes on them 100% now. Oh, Patrick. Uh, Christopher, I can't really say because he's more of a dealer buyer. He buys from some local guys, but he mostly buys from other fur buyers. Um, I don't want to post him on here because he's actually asked me not to. Brad, to the 70s. Time is it? Oh wow, it's late. Didn't realize we hit midnight already. That's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. I should get back inside, head to bed, but gonna be 22 degrees tonight. Looking forward to having that window open, the fan on, and like 4 comforters. That's gonna be amazing. Starting to get the shop cleaned up though. It's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, Oscar. Um, my soil here is terrible. We struggle to get trees growing on it. Brad, yeah, shoot me a message, man. I hope you get down there Friday. It'd be fun to get a catch up with you and kind of shoot the bull a little bit since I won't be there Saturday since pre-staking starts then. But it'd be good to catch up, man. Patrick, trust me, you do not want to see this body in that type of apparel. I promise you. Flint Hills making work go by fast. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, Northern Trapper, exactly. I mean, it's just the people that are trappers. I feel like trappers are that people that when you see that lady broke down on the side of the road or has a flat tire, we are the type of people that stop to help her. Regardless if she's good looking and single or not. That's just who we are. Um, I've done that a couple times. I can also say I won't do that if I have my family with me, just out of possibility of things going south. But I'm always that person that's willing to help out anybody I can, regardless of what's going on. Uh, no matter how much you think you're down on your luck, there's always people that have it out worse. So that's just trappers are just good people. We live off the land in a way. It might not be our income, it might not be strictly our food, but we love being out there. Yeah, Anthony would take. Yeah, I could probably use a weasel and get by. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here, guys. I got a roof to do tomorrow, and then we got to finish all these tomorrow as well. So gonna be a long day to say the least. I think I got a cat in here. Yeah, Oscar, I get that a lot. More of a Santa thing. My dad actually played Santa many years for school plays and stuff like that. So, Patrick, we don't have any smell. There's no smell in here at all right now. Now, when I got into the actual, I opened a freezer that had the empty Essence sacks. That had a pretty good smell because I punctured the sacks. I pulled all the stuff out, but not all of it, obviously. But yeah, these things don't smell at all. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it, buddy. All I need is the red coat, and I'm there, buddy. A little more gray, but my kids are taking care of that. I'll be fully gray here pretty quick. Yeah, Lawrence, we sure will. It's crazy to think that we are less than 3 weeks away from season. And we've got big hopes for opening day. I'm hoping to break 100 coon on opening day. My best has been 134. It's crazy. On opening day, I've caught 134. I've caught 132. And then like the next three highest are 81, 82, and 83. So a big gap between those three and the top two. I just want to hit 100. But anyway, guys, we're out of here. I'm going to go get some sleep for a little bit before I go roofing and sub-freezing temperatures tomorrow morning, which will be miserable. But I got to tear the roof off, so it'll help warm me up. But all right, guys, you take care, and we'll probably see you next weekend. Things are aligning. Big plans for this season. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. So y'all take care, and we'll catch you later.